I want to start this video by saying I'm 42 years old. I've been trucking for about 18 years. And this new ELD mandate is a bunch of bullshit. It forces truckers at certain times of the day, or any other time of the day, whatever you want to say, to find somewhere to park, and you can't find nowhere to park now. It's ridiculous. And when you go to shippers or receivers, they treat us like we're nothing. Lumpers, I don't even want to get started on lumpers. We take the product to them, but yet they want to charge us to unload. And when we're sitting there 2 or 3 hours waiting to unload, it's digging into our driving time, etc. This, in my opinion, is the biggest crock of bullshit that has ever been. And I think, in my opinion, as a trucker, we should shut these damn things off. Ain't got to be 7 days. Let's just do it for 3. Every truck. Cut them off for 3 days. And when you're walking around with your left wing Democratic ass wanting to know where your food is, think about this. We keep America moving. When you see us trying to get off on a get-off ramp, you want to mash on the gas and run in front of us and brake check, and you have no respect for us. 80,000 pound vehicle, we just can't stop like that. Give us some respect. We're away from home all the time, away from our family, our kids, etc. We're human too. We miss our families just like you would too. And while we're in this truck, we're at work. When you're in your vehicle, 9 times out of 10, you're not. But yet, we're a nuisance to you because we're on the road, slowing you down, per se. This is our occupation, and we do it because we love it and to feed our families. And me being a trucker, I love my job. But things are getting ridiculous and out of hand. Since this new ELD mandate, it's getting harder and harder to find somewhere to park now. And instead of planning my route before this, now I have to plan my route for somewhere to park and take a shower and get fuel. The stress level is unbelievable. And we get no respect. Why? I don't understand. I mean, I know not all truck drivers are saints, but we're doing this is what we love to do, to earn a living for our families. And these new laws are ridiculous. I just don't understand. If you're going to do the ELD mandate for every truck, and by the way, all you're doing is just cutting the throats of every owner-operator that's out there. Owner-operators cannot do this. Trucking companies, big trucking companies are loving this, and also with the new ELD system, you got to have it in your truck mandated, and you got to pay a service on it. Why do we have to pay to have that in here? Well, y'all watch us like we're criminals. I think as a driver, and if anybody would have any common sense to agree with what I'm saying, can see what I'm saying is correct. But unless you've been in a truck and experienced it, you have no idea what I'm talking about. This is not the life for everybody, but I know this. It's the life for me, and I love it. But I don't know how much more I can take of this. Traffic is getting so bad now, and the mandates are getting so outrageous that you're scared to drive down the road. And we are professionals, quote unquote. So 9 times out of 10, If there's an accident, it's going to be our fault. Even though it might not be our fault, but it's still going to be our fault. And the DOT sees us as a cash cow. I mean, especially like in the state of Florida, the scale houses never close. You got agricultural inspection stations, which is, to me, is redundant and retarded. We're just out here trying to make a living. Not all drivers are by the book, but 99.9% of us are, and we just want to make a living, and we want to be left alone to do our job. And we can't do this. And all you get now is drivers, rookie drivers that are coming straight out of school, put into a truck, and don't do nothing about the trucking industry. Nothing. They can't drive. They don't know what they're doing. And you take a veteran like me that's been doing this for 18 years, that knows the road. All this is doing is making me say, well, you know what? Maybe I should look somewhere else. Because I know, and I've seen signs and statistics on it, that in the next 10 years, we're going to need 170,000 more truck drivers. Now, in my opinion, I'd rather have 150,000 truck drivers that's been doing this a while than 170,000 that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. We really need to we need to look into this some more, because this right here is really killing the trucking industry. These trucks don't get maybe 5.5, 6 miles per gallon. And we're away from home all the time, and it's just, and then you go to truck stops and you have some maintenance. Oh my God, heaven forbid you have a tire blowout or something. That'll cost you $1,000 easy. And these truck stops like Pilot and Loves and them are using this to their advantage and milking us for every bit of money they can make. They know it's convenient for us with the parking, so you can ride by a Pilot truck stop and fuel be $3.19 a gallon. But you ride a mile down the road at a convenience store and see the same diesel for $2.80 a gallon. They are, by far, milking us for everything we're worth. And it's not right. And this is my first YouTube video I've ever made, but I am really fed up with this. And I wish I could start a movement to get something going, because in my opinion, this is by far the craziest shit I have ever seen in my life. They say they're mandating because of drivers driving excessively, and yes, I can understand that too. But let me tell you, with a man that's been doing it for 18 years, that's only like a 0.%. 99.9% of drivers drive like they're supposed to, drive within legal limits. But now you're telling me that you want a computer on my truck to watch where I go, what I do, everything I do. Me personally, I got into trucking because I didn't want a job that watched over me every second what I was doing. I used to really love my job. I used to love trucking so much. Now it's to the point where I get home, what time I do get home, I look in the paper for a local job. In America, if I don't get but 5 views, I hope 4 of you like it and spread the word on what I'm saying, because this is a very bad situation that we're going through with the trucking industry. It's only going to get worse, and what happens is, when it affects us, it affects your wallet. That's what people don't understand. If it costs us more to haul it, it's going to cost you more to buy it. And I hope this reaches, I don't care if it don't reach but one person. And people protesting drivers that haul livestock, leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's not the driver. We do what we're told to do. Just like you would at your job. But anyway, America, I hope someone will understand what I'm saying and respect what I'm saying. If it's nothing but to listen. Thank you, and have a blessed day.